Hi friends, today we have Aditya, who is one of our course enrolled students for the AI course. And I'll give a brief introduction about you, Aditya, then we'll get started, okay?
Yep.
So Aditya is joining as an applied scientist at Amazon Web Services out of Seattle. And prior to this, he finished his master's from Northeastern University in operations research. And he finished his master's in 2020, and he worked at the same university as a teaching assistant for the last 10 to 11 months. And prior to that, he worked as a software engineer, and he actually did his BTech in mechanical engineering. So it's a very nice transition from mechanical engineering to operations research. Again, in operations research, you learn a lot of mathematical optimization techniques. From operations research, actually jumping into core applied science roles. So very nice to see this transition. Congratulations, Aditya.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It is. I think it's all because of the course that I took. I'm like really thankful for you and the team to be putting out like really high quality content on a daily basis, and like that definitely helped me to get like a internship and also a full-time role.
So I just wanted to talk to you about your interview experiences first, then we'll go into other aspects. So what were your interview experiences at AWS or other companies that you've also interviewed for similar roles?
Right. So I've interviewed for both, like on a really high level, I've interviewed for both HDE roles and also science focused roles like quant developer, data scientist, applied scientist, and machine learning engineer as well. And I've interviewed with both startups and like big tech companies. So for startups, I guess for both types of companies, there's like some sort of screening component to interviews. It can be an online assessment or it can be a phone screen. And then there's the actual on-site interview where you get to meet like 3 or 4 members of the team, and there are multiple rounds on the same day or like on 2 different days. Um, yeah, so for both, I guess, software engineering and data science and science focused roles, there was definitely a data structures and algorithms type of coding round, um, and there were obviously like science focused rounds, such as, I guess there are like 3 different types of rounds. Like there is one round that focuses on breadth, one round that focuses on science depth, and one round that focuses on like science problem solving skills. Like I guess in the breadth round, they usually focus on the what questions, right? Like what is bagging, what is boosting, like what is batch normalization. So the what questions are important. And in the depth round, it usually depends on the candidate's profile, right? If the candidate worked on like time series forecasting, they'll like go deeper into that, and they usually ask like how or what or why questions, like how does this work or why does this work in this scenario. And for problem solving, it's like they give you a real world business problem and they ask like how would you approach it. And you can talk about everything from like researching and figuring out the best models to like deploying it and scaling it, and all of that as well. So broadly, the kind of interviews that I face.
Okay. Yeah. So I think even machine learning or applied science rounds are getting more structured nowadays. There is one round on programming. There is one on breadth, one on depth, one on applied aspects, and one maybe manager type of round. So I'm happy that it's getting structured. Surely the structure that is being used in top companies flows down, and rest everybody follows that. And I've seen this structure even like 5 years back, and I'm happy to see that structure getting crystallized now. So good to see that.
Right.
So I had one fundamental question. So based on the learnings that you've had from Applied AI course, both from the course content, live sessions, and most importantly, the assignments, how hard did you feel each of these rounds were compared to what you have learned and done as part of the Applied AI course?
Honestly, I feel Applied AI course like trains us on a much higher level than like the sort of questions that I was asked in interviews. So we like focus on every single detail, and that really helped me to like for like all the rounds, even for like the depth rounds, this was more than enough. Even for the like Amazon depth rounds, so we cover everything in the course.
So you didn't see anything missing, because that would be good feedback for us to improve on.
Not at all, sir. There might be like different naming conventions that they might use that I wouldn't know, and we can be totally frank about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
everything
we
goes
use
in
cross validation. Some
there.
universities and companies use DevSet. So there
True,
is a little bit of, because people also come from stats background, right? People
true,
bring
true.
stats background. I come from CS background. Someone else
Yeah.
comes from like your case, right? Like operations research optimization background. So that's all okay. Cool, cool. Very
I
nice.
work with like economists, so they come from like time series forecasting and that
Yes,
sort
yes.
of back.
Oh, you
So
also
yeah,
had interviews with economists in your team?
yeah, I had like two interviews with economists.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
which
probably because your team will work on time series, monetary aspects of things.
exactly. Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. Very nice, very nice. So, what was your learning strategy during both your masters and also your teaching assistantship role? Because that's when you enrolled for the whole applied AI course, right? So, what
Yeah,
was your
yeah.
learning strategy? How are you managing the coursework in your masters or also your teaching assistantship? So, how are you managing both of them?
Right. So it was almost like complementary, sir, because I did take up a deep learning and machine learning course in my in the university as well, and I also was doing applied AI. So they were looking at more like theoretical aspects of machine learning and all of that, and we were focusing on more like applied aspects of machine learning. So it was like complementary, and that was a good balance, and that really helped me get like an internship at that point of time. And then when I was looking for full-time roles, I guess one mistake that I did back then was I was like passively learning, not like actively taking notes and stuff. I was just taking screenshots of what you write and then typing my own notes on like Word documents and stuff. But the second time around, I like took like active notes. Like I wrote my own notes and my own diagrams. Um, and like the whole like 150 hours of content, I like condensed it into like 50 pages which was like very quick for me to revise. Like if I have like interview in like 3 hours, I can go through the whole course in like an hour and a half.
So, you wrote
Um,
those short notes format. Very
yeah,
nice, very nice.
that really helped me for like revising and like being like having things on top of my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for an interview, it's better to revise maybe a day or maybe just a week before that, because you could be
Yeah,
asked anything from anywhere, right? The syllabus is also
yeah, yeah,
vast
yeah.
for a modern machine
True,
learning
true.
role. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
also interned at a very interesting startup out of Boston,
yeah,
which is a startup incubated at MIT, if I'm not wrong.
yeah. It
So
is.
how did you get into that internship before you got into the full-time role at AWS? What
Right.
were the
So
interviews like for an internship role? Because we thought it would be good to cover, because I understand that you graduated at the bottom of the market in terms of job market. So you also
yeah,
interned, which gave you the experience necessary. You also worked as a teaching assistant at your university. That gave you a buffer time to actually get into full-time roles a little later. So
yeah.
how did those interviews for the internship go?
Yeah, so for the internship, I got it through my college. There was like Northeastern has like a co-op program through which we can apply, and this was like one of the companies that I applied to. So interview at that company, like I said, for any startup, they have like a they usually give out like take-home assignments. They give a data set and ask us to solve a problem, and then present it. So yeah, for a lot of startups, those were the sort of initial uh, uh, round that you faced, like a take-home assignment or a take-home challenge.
How
And then
hard
like we
were
were,
these how hard were
yeah,
these take home challenges as compared to some of the work or assignments you've done at applied AI course or the case studies we have done? Just wanted to understand that.
sir, it was actually literally the human activity recognition case study that you did.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay, okay.
very similar to that, but it had like temperature related data as well because that was like the thermal wellness startup. So yeah, it had like the temperature component as well on top of
On top of
HR.
all the gyroscope accelerometers, you had
Yeah,
thermal sensors also. Got it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
how, I mean, was it easy for you to solve the take home assignment in a short window and get back with results?
Yeah. It took me a week. Like once I saw through the case study that you did, it took me like a week to come up with something concrete and then like have like a presentation and then show it to them. Yeah.
Yeah, we see take-home assignments also being very popular with startups, even some large companies, because that helps them assess how you actually solve a real-world problem and how you would be as a colleague in the real world. Because that's what a typical data scientist or machine learning scientist would do, right?
True. Yeah, I faced like a couple of take-home challenges, even for the SD roles. They used to give out take-home challenges, especially for like startups. Yeah.
Cool, very nice. What suggestions would you give to students or learners very similar to you who are pursuing their masters either in the US or in India, how they can pace through and make the most out of courses like Applied AI course and transition to careers in applied science or in data science at top companies? What are the key takeaways and suggestions from your own experiences?
Right. So I think one myth that I see a lot of people fall into is that they think data science would not involve a lot of coding compared to SD roles, which is not at all true. Because even for like data science roles, I had some component of coding there. So you have to be strong with data structures and algorithms. That is like the bread and butter, I feel almost. So yeah, being strong in that aspect also helped me a lot with the course, like I said. So yeah, being strong there and like taking like active notes when you're like when you're looking at videos. What I used to do personally was like for some of the more challenging topics like deep learning, I used to look at your video and then I used to write down what all I could recollect and what all I could comprehend, and then I would rewatch the video and then write like a final version of my notes. So that really helped me. Yeah,
Actually,
writing notes like really helped me.
that's very true, because it's for many learners it is completely new content, and if you don't write notes and think through and revise, you will forget it, because it's all completely new way of thinking, because it's not what you're trained to do since your childhood, number one. And I completely agree with you that coding is central to this whole thing. That's why we ask our students to do assignments, because if you don't do it, like some of our assignments involve you to ask you to use actual data structures, inbuilt data structures in Python, to write slightly optimal code, work with data structures like sparse matrices, which people don't typically use even in computer science background, right? So those are important in data science. I'm very happy that you called out both the importance of programming and revision and notes. So very nice to hear this. Thanks a lot, Aditya, for taking the time, and thanks a lot, because it is journeys like yours which inspire the next generation of students or the next set of students, especially students who are pursuing their masters in India, Europe, or the US, on how they can plan through their masters and successfully get into a good applied scientist role at a top company. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm glad to be sharing this stage with you. Yeah.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.